What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of About the Buckets. I got my two buddies here, Brendo and Tommy D, my co-host for the Brick City Boys. It's been a while though for that one. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey man, it's finally the weekend. The week is here. We got March Madness this year. That's all I'm excited for. How are you doing,
Dude, Tommy
Brendo?
can't even speak right now. He thinks it's the weekend already. I'm on the
Oh,
same side,
man.
man.
Hey, just want to say pleasure to be on. Always pumped. Looking forward to doing this with you guys every year as we get to it. Normally have these conversations off air, but awesome to be able to have them on. Yeah, I was counting down the days to Selection Sunday like a little boy getting excited for Christmas morning, man. I'm pumped, ready to go, ready to get the madness hopping.
I know, and I think it's safe to say as we're going through all these matchups, we're going to not preview, but just kind of go through every first round matchup. Everything is subject to change. I mean,
Oof.
this bracket we got in front of us could look completely different tomorrow, maybe even in 10 minutes. I don't even know. But I thought we could just kind of go through each matchup, start with one region. We'll start with the South, work through all these matchups, and then maybe talk about our Final Four teams. But let's get to it, boys. Let's start in the South. We got number 1 seed Alabama, who is going to go. Does it really matter who they're going against?
Most likely not.
Is it? I know it's a play-in game.
It's Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus Southeast
Is it
Missouri.
SEMO?
Yeah,
SEMO.
Southeast
Yeah, I
Missouri.
watched some SEMO.
SEMO, baby.
Good story of them getting in there. Are we all going Alabama this one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we got to roll Tide on that. Tide gonna be rolling this year though. They're a good team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Shooting on all fronts, if you know what I mean.
Yikes.
Yikes. Didn't mean it like that, but kind of did.
Definitely could have
All
handled
right.
that, I will say, that whole program. So I think there's going to be a lot of people rooting against them.
For sure.
A lot of people picking them to go far, but they'll definitely be the villain of this year's tournament for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And they're in the SEC. A lot of people hate the SEC. But let's talk about an actual matchup. The 8-9 seed. This feels like a hockey match. We got Maryland and West Virginia. Maryland, I've watched play a couple times. They beat Miami by like 18. So I've seen a good amount of them. West Virginia, always tough. Where are you guys kind of leaning on this one? Brendo?
I've definitely gone back and forth even since I first watched them unveil the teams. I think in this, it's just going to be a team that's a little bit more battle tested. I feel like West Virginia coming out of the Big 12, having some great battles themselves, some good wins, some tough losses. And to me, it kind of comes down to kind of just coaching, right? Huggins doing a great job, has been forever, right? With the whole Press Virginia and all that good times that we love to talk about. But I think I'm leaning West Virginia on this one, just from their experience throughout their regular season.
What do you think, Toms?
Oh no!
We lost Toms.
We lose Toms.
Yeah, we lost him. All right. Well, this is why you pay the internet bill. I
was leaning with the unquote 8 West Virginia. I was trying.
Tom's, you're a little laggy. You might have to.
I was
back
trying
out
to
and get
do
back
this.
in here. All right, Tom's,
Man.
you're gonna. All right.
Wouldn't be the same without some technical difficulties, huh?
I know.
Oh,
Tommy,
he's quick with it though. He's
you
quick
there?
with it.
No, that was me.
Oh.
Tom's, you back?
I'm back. We're back alive.
There we go.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Let's get through this. Come on, this is the first one, baby. Come on. Who you got? Hurry up.
We're calling upset special. We're going West Virginia.
The 8-9 upset special, baby.
You know that 9 seeds have won more than 8, right? Love you, Tommy. As much as I want to, I've really, the tournament comes down to guard play. I really like Jameer Young on Maryland. I think he's a really good player. But man, some of the guys on their squad, not really. It was kind of a weird matchup against Miami. They would miss these like long 3-pointers and just kind of get lucky off the offensive boards. I really like West Virginia. I love Huggy Bear. I'm going West Virginia in this one too with the upset, as Tommy has said. All right, next one. We got an interesting one. We got the Aztecs. We got San Diego State going up against Charleston. A lot of people are picking this 12-5 upset. Brendo, what say you?
I'm going to go no on this one. I feel like this is one where everyone's on the Charleston hype train. And I just think that San Diego State's length and their athleticism and their intense pressure defensively is going to bother Charleston's action and kind of take them out of kind of the games that they're used to being able to play. And so for me, I got San Diego State's defense kind of sending them over Charleston. And probably what'll be a close game, but I feel like San Diego State will pull through.
Tommy?
Yeah, I'm going San Diego State as well. I know everyone loves Charleston, but San Diego State just has it too much going on.
Well, can't agree on everything. I'm going Charleston here. I think they have like 4 or 5 guys in average double digits. San Diego State's a top 10 efficiency defensive team, but I've seen them struggle offensively. I think this is one of those games. Number 12 seed has beat a 5 seed in every single tournament almost, I want to say. I'm going Charleston here.
There you go.
So, next one we got 4 seed Virginia against 13 seed Furman. Obviously, I've watched a lot of Virginia because they're in the ACC. How are you guys feeling about this one?
I'll let Tom start this one off.
Go ahead, Toms.
Or maybe I'll start this one off.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's going to be close, especially because
mind.
nobody knows about Furman.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Who you got, though?
My thing is so laggy right now. This is ridiculous.
Who you got?
We're going Virginia.
Okay. What about you, Brendo?
This is going to be my Tommy D upset special. I'm taking Furman over Virginia. I know some others are on it. I got to say, love Furman's offense. And Matt, just knowing me, if I said, hey, Furman plays my kind of offense, what kind of offense you think we're running?
The Princeton, baby.
Right. Furman runs the Princeton at a fast pace. They shoot a bunch of threes. Great on backdoor cuts. I think that's perfect to kind of counteract Virginia's pack line as they kind of go about. I really think that Furman's getting after it. Furman is the team that lost on that buzzer beater to the Monks of Chattanooga. And so I think this is their revenge tour. I feel like they get after it here against Virginia, and they pull off one of those awesome 13-seed upsets.
You know what? I love it because we're on the same page here, Brendan. I got the 13-seed Furman Paladins. We didn't even bring that up. The Furman Paladins. Virginia has not looked like the same team in the ACC of recent. They lost to Boston College by like 15. Couldn't score in that game. They lost to Duke. Honestly, it was a little closer than it actually really was, the final score. Could not score in that game either. A lot of it had to do with Ben Vanderplas being injured. He's out for the year. They have no floor spacing now. That was their biggest problem last year. Didn't even make the NCAA tournament. Furman's a great team. I think almost everyone on their team can shoot too, has some sort of ability to shoot, stretch the floor a bit. I'm going Furman here, man. I like it.
The Dens, baby. Gotta love it.
Yeah, the Dens, bro. So, next one. Oh, we got another ACC team here against a Big East foe. We got Creighton, number 6 seed versus number 11 seed NC State. How we feeling about this one, boys? Tommy, who you got in this one? Brendo, who you got in this one?
All right, this one. So this one was tough too. I'm very intrigued to see how kind of NC State's defense kind of goes up against Creighton. I know Creighton went on that like 6-game losing streak, but that was without their big man Kalkbrenner, I believe his name is.
Kalkbrenner, yeah, he's a baller.
He's a beast, and so he was out with mono those 6 games that they lost, and so I feel like with him back, him getting after it, they got that one lefty shooter kid. I don't know his name, but
Baylor Shireman.
Yeah,
He
Shireman.
was a former Jackrabbit,
Hey, it's a beast.
South Dakota State.
I think Creighton's gonna pull through in this one.
Yeah, everything you said. I really like Nemhard too.
Yeah.
Let's get Tom's back in here real quick. Oh, never mind. His devices aren't connected. Arthur Kaluma as well. I think that, they have one of the best starting fives in college basketball. Well-rounded team. I was honestly impressed with them, like in the when was it? The Maui Invitational, like at the start.
Mhm.
And I think, they've gone on a little bit of a run. I know that they lost to Xavier by a decent margin in the Big East Conference tournament, but I'm going Creighton here too. What about you, Tommy? Back with us. You got Creighton or NC State?
Damn.
We're
going Creighton.
Let's go. Okay.
Great pick, Thomas. Great pick.
Great pick. There we go. Only took a little bit. Next up, we got 3-seeded Baylor going up against 14-seed UCSB. Is it the Gauchos, right?
Gauchos.
I forgot for a second. Yeah.
Yep.
How you guys feeling about this one? Brendo, who you got in this one? You got Baylor?
Yeah, I got Baylor. UCSB, awesome tradition in soccer, throwing tortillas on the field when they score a goal. But not playing soccer, we're playing basketball. They rely on some of their big guys, right? But when those big guys are going to get met with stronger big guys, I feel like they're going to struggle a little bit in this one. Definitely take lots of confidence with Baylor.
Yeah. What about you, Toms?
Yeah, going Baylor as well. It's
Baylor train.
Pretty.
They're pretty.
Yeah. Okay. We got next up 7-seed Missouri against 10-seed Utah State. This one feels like an 8-9 matchup. I know it's only one digit off each way, but who you guys got in this one? Brendo?
Yeah, I think I'm rocking Utah State. I love the way they play. They got guys that can shoot it. Their offense really flows, right? It's never really stagnant. They can score in a bunch of different ways too. Very efficient, and so like Missouri too. So I think this will be one of those ones where it comes down to the last couple possessions. But I think I got Utah State coming out of the 7-10 matchup here.
Okay. What about you, Toms?
Damn, that's gonna be such a tough game. I think it's gonna come down to the wire, but we're going Utah.
Hey,
Who do you got, Matt?
It's unanimous. I got Utah State as well. Really impressed with them in their conference tournament. It was against was it Boise State in their championship game, right? Yeah, was really impressed with them. I think that they have a serious ability to make a good run. I think it was a good matchup against Missouri. They're a good offensive team, don't really play defense. I think it's a good matchup for them. But should we get into the next one? We got number 2 Arizona versus number 15 seeded Princeton. Tommy, where are you going with this one?
We got Arizona.
Okay. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. What about you, Brendo? How are we feeling?
Princeton, I mean, like I said, it's one of my favorite offenses. But they'll be a good team. They got some guys that can shoot it. They're big that runs kind of the point forward spot. Dude's a beast. I feel like he's a senior this year. But I really like Arizona, and Arizona is also massive. Coming off Pac-12 tournament championship against UCLA, my Bruins. And so I've definitely seen a decent amount of Arizona. And so I think I'm rolling Arizona to win by a decent margin here.
Okay. Well, I'm picking Arizona as well. Yeah.
Not much else
Sorry,
to
I'm
say.
getting distracted by Tommy. Yeah, not much to say.
It looks like he's
I mean,
flowing now, though.
yeah, he's good. He's good. He's on his shit right now. Oh, okay, maybe not.
Never mind.
No, one of the best offenses, one of the most highly skilled big men in the country. Get your passport ready. Let's go, Arizona.
Yeah.
All right. See what we got here. You got us, Toms? You good?
Yeah, we're back. We should be good now. I just went strictly phone. The computer is off. We're going
There we
straight
go.
LTE, 5G.
Hey, you're looking
no more
beautiful
Wi-Fi.
in the higher frames per sec.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Your,
on.
your skin is glistening because of March.
Absolutely.
Hey.
All right, let's go down. We going down to the south.
Going to the east.
Oh, sorry, east. Yeah. Sorry. Going down to the east, we got number 1 Purdue against Texas Southern or Fairleigh Dickinson, right? So,
Mhm.
I mean, we're all picking Purdue here.
Yeah, I think we're rolling with the Boilermakers.
I think that's
Okay.
an unanimous decision.
Next game we got. This is a good one. Well, all the 8-9 ones are
Yeah.
best games, first round games, in my opinion. It's usually how it goes. We got number 8 seed Memphis versus number 9 seed FAU. How are we feeling about this one, Brendo?
Memphis coming off a big win over Houston in that conference championship game. Florida Atlantic, an interesting team. They get after it. Only have 3 losses. I mean, respectively, in a conference that isn't that great. But they've been a team that's been on fire. I think they were seeded at one point during the year, right? And they got a big that's like 7 foot, but then the rest of their guards really don't get much taller than like 6'4". And so Memphis can handle pressure. They can put on the pressure themselves. I think they're riding high. Penny Hardaway doing a great job. And so I feel like Memphis is going to roll and give Purdue a tough second round matchup in this one.
Tommy, who you got in this one, FAU or Memphis?
Definitely going Memphis. That was a huge win against Houston the other day. That was such a good game. They almost ended up blowing it. They had a huge lead in the beginning, and Houston's just too good. They came back, but then getting the win, going them, like you said, that's going to be a great second round matchup for them.
Okay. Well, your boy's going in the other direction.
Hey,
I got FAU, and
so
I also
fast.
have. This might be crazy. I have FAU beating Purdue as well.
What? No way.
Next
Get after it.
round,
Upset special.
upset special, baby. All right, next matchup though. This is probably the most popular 12 seed in the tournament. We got 12 seeded Oral Roberts against 5 seeded Duke. How we feeling about this one, guys? Tommy, what do you got here?
Man, I'm trying to pull up the line right now because I am very curious to see what it is.
I think it's like, is it like 4? I want to say. I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm finally getting it up right now. I had to resituate everything because my computer is just being trash. Duke is actually 6.5, which is pretty crazy.
oh wow.
I do like Oral Roberts here. They've only lost 4 games of the season, but definitely going with the big name here. I'm going to stick with Duke.
Yeah. Brendo?
Yeah, this one's tough. It's my heart says Oral Roberts, but I think my head says Duke. If Duke hadn't turned up and really kind of stepped up their game in their last like seven or so, I feel like Duke's flowing at just the right time here. Coming off again tournament championship, right? And so I think I like Duke to take this one and do some damage actually in the tournament.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm with you guys. I got Duke as well. Just watching him in the ACC tournament. I love the guard play they're getting from Tyrese Proctor now. He's like a 6'5", 6'6" point guard. You know, I love the dynamic of him and Jeremy Roach kind of playing off each other. They finally have Dariq Whitehead too. Got all their guys healthy. That was kind of one of their biggest problems too. There was always someone out. They're all finally healthy. They're starting to knock down open shots. That was one of their other biggest problems. Derek Lively's doing his thing on defense.
Yeah,
I like Duke to make a little bit of run in the tournament.
love it.
Love it. All right, next one. We got 4-seeded Tennessee going up against the 13-seed Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. Brendo, how are we feeling about this one? Who you got?
It's a great mascot.
That's amazing.
I love it. What's fascinating is I watch a lot of college basketball. Watching a lot of random teams playing against each other on ESPN Plus and all that good stuff. But when everything came out, I really hadn't really seen Louisiana play at all. And I kind of looked into them a little bit. They got a good squad, but I think Tennessee is going to be a little too much here. And I'm going with the Volunteers to take the dub in this one.
Yeah. What about you, Toms?
Going Volunteers as well. 10.5-point favorites. Going to be tough. Volunteers, baby. Go Vols.
Yeah. Obviously Tennessee loses Zakai Ziegler, one of their, most important guards. I still think that they take care of Louisiana. I don't know a whole lot about Louisiana, but I know, I love some of Tennessee's other players. I love Vescovi on their team. He's a baller. I like Tennessee in this one. I think the game's a little closer than that line, though. But I'm going Tennessee advancing, but I think they lose to Duke in the next round. I know we're not doing next round, but I just want to clarify that because I do not like Tennessee. Yeah. Next one. This is a popular 11-6 matchup. We got Kentucky, 6-seeded Kentucky up against 11-seed Providence. How are we feeling about this one, Toms? Where's your head at with this one?
Man, this is just like one of those where you have, two great teams. I promise they've been ranked the whole time. Kentucky, huge basketball school.
You hated Providence.
No, I don't hate them. But I'm actually gonna stick with Kentucky here. I know it's gonna be a really close game. I think they're gonna get lucky and win this one, like by some barely ending or something crazy.
Sheboy tip in.
Yeah. I don't see Kentucky winning outright by a lot, but I think they barely squeak by first round.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't see Providence getting blown out. I think it's a close game, but I do think Kentucky's going to be too much. I got Kentucky in that one too. Next one, we got number 3 seed.
Something out in this though.
Oh, go ahead.
Great storyline for this one. Bryce Hopkins of Providence, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was used to be on Kentucky and didn't really play much, and so he transferred. So I think this is his time to show Coach Cal why he should have played him some more.
He's gonna have himself a game.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna turn up, and it's what's gonna make this thing very interesting. And I mean, I think it's gonna either go for or against Providence, right? Where he's either trying to do a little too much and it hurts him, or maybe that too much turns into something magical like we see in the tournament, which happens. But I think awesome storyline for this one.
Okay. The Friars, man.
Yeah.
All right, next one. We got 3-seeded Kansas State against 14-seed Montana State. Brendo, who you got in this one?
I think I'm going Kansas State. I watched Montana State play in their conference tournament. Played well. I think there's a lot of upsets though in that conference tournament, and so Montana State relies on throwing it into their bigs a lot. I know they like to post up, but I think I got to go with the Wildcats on this one.
Yeah. Toms?
I'm going Kansas State as well.
Yeah. Great story too of transfer from Florida. Is it Keontae Johnson?
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's several Keontae Johnsons, but
I know that's why when I say the name, I'm like, wait, is that right? Collapsed on the floor when he was at Florida, came back. Kansas State being a huge part of that team.
Beat Kansas this year.
Yeah, beat Kansas this year. Noel's a great point guard too, as well, undersized. Like Kansas State in that one. But yeah, next matchup we got 7-seed Michigan State up against 10-seed USC. Brendo, I'm gonna start with you since you are the resident Pac-12 expert here.
Yeah, no, this one I feel like USC will sneak into the tournament every year or two and do a little damage. They're huge. They got some big dudes. Peterson, one of their studs, played awful in their last few games. Has been kind of struggling, and I feel like he's gonna turn it around, have himself a game. Boogie Ellis, feel like he's gonna turn up, have himself a game. And I'm going USC here. I think Michigan State, good team, but just not quite having the year that the Spartan fans want them to have. And I think USC is going to take the upset here and take down Sparty.
What about you, Toms? You in the
Man,
same boat? You riding the train?
I love Michigan State. Like, that's like a team I always root for. But I think since SC got in and they were on the bubble, I honestly didn't think they were going to get in first off. Since they got in, the luck's going to continue. Lion is 2, so it's really going to go either way. But I think I do like Peterson a lot. I watch a lot of USC since they're always on TV here. But going USC here as well.
3 for 3, boys. I'm going USC as well.
Hey.
Yeah, Drew Peterson, too much. He's like 6'6", right? Like a 6'6" point guard.
I think he might be bigger than that.
He's damn, tall. That's crazy. Yeah, I like USC as well. Next one, we got the Fighting Shaka Smarts. We got number 2 Marquette going up against 15 Vermont. How are we feeling about this one?
I think we can all anonymously agree Marquette's taking this one.
Not so fast. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, dude, tell me more.
No, we're good. Yeah, we all got the same thing in our brackets.
My bracket's looking nasty if that's not so fast.
Brendo, I have Marquette going deep, so
I'm high on this Marquette team. I think they're gonna make a nice little run here, all the way through to the Elite Eight. I enjoy the way they play. They play fast, shoot the ball. They get after it, and of course, right, you always got the havoc defense of Shaka Smart, right? And so, big fan of this Marquette team.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move over to the Midwest.
Here we go.
We got number 1 Houston going up against Northern Kentucky. We all got Houston in that one, right?
Yep.
We can move on to the next one. Okay. We got number 8 Iowa going up against number 9 Auburn. How are we feeling about this one? Tommy, you want to talk about it? I can see your face. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. This game is going to be the game of the century. Heard
it here first, baby.
Game of the century.
10 years.
Gosh. I still don't even know who I want to go with. I've been looking at this for a while now. And I want to go Arkansas, man, even though.
Wait.
Auburn?
No, Iowa, Auburn.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. No. Sorry. I take that back. I was looking at the above it 8-9 matchup, but I was looking at the wrong 8-9. But no, Auburn, Iowa is going to be a great game, man.
So there's not the game of the century.
I'm taking upset special. We're going Auburn.
All right, I love it. Brendo, what about you?
Yeah, no, I was going back and forth on this one as well. Know that I was seeing some stats on Iowa here. They play the fastest of all the teams in the Big Ten, which I guess it probably isn't that fast because the Big Ten isn't really a speedy conference, right? But they got one of the Murray brothers, right? Still going there. Yeah. Got the McCaffrey twins still there. But I think I gotta go with Auburn. I don't think Iowa's defense is good enough to keep them rolling with they do have a good offense, but I don't think their defense is gonna hold for the tournament here. I like the Tigers moving forward and giving Houston a game that I think will go down to the wire as well.
Yes, definitely.
I agree with both of y'all. I'm taking Auburn as well. Started off the season a little hotter, kind of been meh, but I mean, they play in one of the best conferences in the SEC this year. I'm going Auburn as well. Next one, we got the 5 seed Miami Hurricanes going up against the 12 seed. There we go. 12 seed Drake. How you guys feeling about this one? Miami center might be out, ankle sprain, not 100% sure. Where are you going with this one? Tom's, who you got?
Yeah, so I was shocked actually when I was looking at the line earlier. The line was 2.5, but like you said, the center is out, so that might play a big
No,
role.
he's not out. He's not out. It's not known yet.
Okay,
He was hurt, so
he's hurt. We'll see what happens. We got 3 days. You're right. We got till Friday, 4 days. But no, I'm taking Miami here. They have a harder schedule. They're in the ACC. They match up. They play well against other big schools, and I think that's going to be the difference. But it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be an easy win, but I do think Miami gets the win.
Yeah. Brendo?
yeah, man. This is a tough one, right? I think Drake coming out of Arch Madness, right, in Missouri Valley. Awesome final game against Bradley. I think they split in the year. They were the two favorites kind of going in. A lot of people high on Drake. They get after it. They play hard. I do like Miami as a resident Miami cheerleader. Whenever I'm with you, Matt, got to get like I just have my eye visions sitting there going nuts for every bucket. And I just think I think this is going to be a thing where Miami is kind of on the up and coming, right? Made that run last year in the tournament. I think they got a taste of what could be, and I think they're hungry for more. And I think it's one of those things where not as a team that's always used to having a ton of success basketball-wise. And so I think they're not going to overlook Drake and not kind of come off kind of feeling a little sleepy, thinking it's going to be an easy one. And so I think Miami will pull through here. But I do think, as Tommy said, I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to go down kind of deep. But I think Miami's going to pull this one off and then I think they're going to make a nice little run here.
Okay. The matchup of the day is going to be Jordan Miller going up against Tucker DeFries, dude. I think that they're going to match up. He's their leading scorer. He was the Missouri Conference Player of the Year. I think it's going to be a great matchup. The thing that's interesting about Drake is they're kind of undersized too. They have like 3 or 4 guys that are under 6'3". I think that's going to be interesting. I think that, Miami's used to playing smaller, they're a quick team. They're lengthy and athletic. I think that they're going to give Drake some trouble. The one thing that does worry me is Drake is very aggressive off the one pass situations, denying the ball. I think that could give Miami some problems with turnovers at the start. But I like Miami here.
Go Canes.
All right. Go Canes. Next one. Got a good matchup here. We got number 4 seed Indiana going against number 13 Kent State. Boys, this is another, looked at as a popular upset pick. A lot of people love Kent State. The Golden Flashes, as they're called. I know. Badass. That just has the name, like the Peacocks last year, right. Golden Flashes this year. How are we feeling about this one, Brendo? I know you love Kent State. Where are you going with this one?
Yeah, man, I've watched a silly amount of Kent State games going into this through that tournament. I'm like sitting there, it's on in my classroom. We're getting after it. My students are pumped for the tournament, and I think this is one of those classic 4-13s that's going to be tight. I think Kent State's going to be fired up, ready to go. Indiana can be shaky at times, right? So they've been kind of back and forth. There's times where they look really good. And there's times where they kind of struggle. And so I feel like if Kent State can get out early, kind of put the pressure on them, hit some threes, man, I think I'm going to pick Kent State in this one.
Tommy, what about you?
Man, I do like Kent State, actually. And fun fact is Rob Senderoff was an assistant coach at Indiana, so that's a major storyline right there. Kent State has also played. I know they aren't in the best conference, but they have played a really good non-conference. So that shows that they could play with some bigwigs. Oh, man. -4 on this one. I was going back and forth. I really want to take Kent State, but I still think
Only lost to Houston by 5, lost to
Yeah.
Gonzaga by 7. Charleston only lost by 2. They're a good team.
They are a really good team. I know. I don't know. I've been going back and forth, but I still think Indiana somehow pulls it off in a very crazy close game.
Dang. Well, you're the only one, Toms, because I'm going Kent State as well. I got Kent State winning this one. Yep, going up against Miami next round.
All right.
Yeah, upset special, baby. All right,
Hey,
next one. So we
Man.
got 6th-seeded Iowa State going up
fascinating
against.
team.
I know. I don't know what to think. I think they either lose first round or they make a little run.
Right.
I don't know how to feel about this team, but 6th seed Iowa State going up either against Mississippi State or Pitt. Kind of want to see Pitt because watching them in the ACC, very physical team.
Yeah.
I would love to see that matchup. What are we thinking, boys? Brendo, take us away. What are you
I
thinking?
think great turnaround for Pitt. I also like Pitt to go. I know Mississippi State, Ken Palm rankings, top 6 defense, but they are the worst 3-point shooting team in the nation. And so I feel like in the tournament, as the magic kind of rolls, the 3 becomes such a massive part of runs. And so I like Pitt moving forward there, getting their feet under them. Iowa State, a little shaky here. But I agree 100% with what you said. I feel like Iowa State's a team that could either lose this one and be done, or if they get past this one, all of a sudden kind of go on a little tear. But I think I'm going to roll with Pitt getting the dub out of the first 4, and then Pitt taking down Iowa State in that first round.
Wow. Okay. What about you, Toms?
I would love to see Pitt get that win, especially for you, ACC, showing that love right there. Cyclones, man. That's going to be a freaking game. Give me the Cyclones.
Okay. So this is one I've been going back and forth on. Right now I have Iowa State winning, but then losing next round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see
I'm
that.
just losing against Xavier. Oh, sneak peek. I'm just not.
Right.
I could see them totally losing to Pitt, though. I just don't know. This one's a toss-up for me, really. This is one of the games I had trouble with picking. But I have Iowa State winning in the first round. But next up, 3-seeded Xavier going up against Kennesaw State. Haven't seen any of them. What do you guys think of this one? Brendo, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, I think it's either I think it's Kennesaw State's first time ever making the tournament coming out of Georgia. And I think it's an awesome story, but I feel like Xavier is going to be a little too soon for Kennesaw State. I feel like if Kennesaw State had like a first 4 game to kind of get them rolling, I think that would kind of bode well for them moving forward. But I do like Xavier in this one.
Got it. What about you, Toms?
Yeah, I'm going Xavier as well for this game.
Yeah, I'm going same way as well. We got 7-seed Texas A&M going up against 10-seed Penn State. This one's really a toss-up for me because I think Texas A&M was underseeded. I think that they had some bad losses early on. I think it was, but I think that they've kind of turned things around. They lost in the SEC championship to Alabama, right? Alabama beat them by like 15. I like Penn State though too.
Tough team.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I've been going back and forth on this one too. Right now I have Texas A&M though. What about you guys?
This one's a toss-up. Line's 3.5. I was looking at it between the two teams. I am gonna lean toward this game's gonna go down to the wire as well. It's gonna be great. I mean, March Madness. A lot of these games are gonna go down to the wire, which is gonna be so fun for all the fans and everyone watching. But give me Texas A&M.
Okay. What about you, Brendo?
And I want to sit here and say not so fast, but I think I got to roll with the Aggies as well. I just think they're a good basketball team, and I think they're gonna pull ahead in that one.
Okay. All right. Next up, we got the 2-seeded Texas Longhorns going up against the 15-seed Colgate Toothpaste. Who we got?
Colgates, baby.
I got Texas in this one. I love their guards. I think they're deeper than last season. Better team overall as well. What are you guys thinking? Tom's?
Oh, give me Texas all day. There's no way. Sorry.
Not so fast, baby. Colgate.
No way.
This is my
Really?
upset specialist. Is this year's
Oh, shit!
the Colgate? I think I'm rolling with Colgate here. They shoot the best 3-point percentage in all of college basketball. And like I've talked about, the three being such a massive thing, I think Colgate gets hot and they just start flame throwing from everywhere. They shoot as a team 40.78%.
Damn.
And so I feel like Colgate's going to come out hot. They're going to be fired up. And I think they're going to come up against an unsuspecting Texas team, not ready for the pushback. And I think Colgate's the Cinderella story of this year's March Madness.
Damn.
Okay. Love it. I love it, man. All right, let's go down to the West. We got 1-seeded Kansas.
Ooh, actually, can I toss something out real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
Cool storyline action before we leave the Midwest completely.
Oh, yeah.
So Houston, right? Playing for the Final Four in Houston.
Yep.
With Jim Nance, his final call, right? This is his last
Houston
last
alum
tournament that he's calling. And guess where Jim Nance went to school?
Houston.
He went to Houston, baby.
Yep.
So I think a lot of things aligning for for Houston here. I just thought
Too bad they're gonna lose to Miami.
All right, sorry. The West.
Before we get into the West, though, I got to give a shout out to our boys at About the Fans. Make sure you use promo code ATB for 10% off at About the Fans. Get all your merch, hats, t-shirts, stickers. We got everything. So shout out to AB and the boys. So let's move on to the West. We got 1-seeded Kansas, the champs, reigning champs, going up against Howard, 16 seed. Anybody got Howard here?
21 point favorites. Only the highest point favorites in the whole first round.
All right, we're all going Kansas. Okay. Next up, game of the century.
Game of the
We
century.
got
Thomas
8-seed
Houston.
Arkansas going up against 9-seed Illinois. Tommy, you wanted to talk about this one, so I got to get you first on this one. Who you got in this one?
Give me the upset special. Give me Illinois. The Fighting Illini are taking this home. I watched actually a lot of Illinois games this year, which is sort of random, but they're always on TV. But I do love Arkansas, and their coach is the man, and I really feel bad going against him. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Musselman's a beast. And I think for that reason, I got to roll with the Razorbacks in this one. Suey, let's get the Hogs rolling here. I think their defense is gonna come up clutch, shut down Illinois with what they want to do. I think Arkansas moves forward.
Yeah, no, I got Arkansas as well. I love Nick Smith coming back. They got some other guys as well, Anthony Black too. They got 2 guys that are going to get drafted in the top 10 probably. Some other young players that are good as well. I mean, they lost what's his name, Trevin Brazil, the transfer from Missouri early on, but I think they still have enough talent to make a little bit of a run here. Fun fact, I have them beating Kansas as well.
Hey, I was going to say a little bit of a run. That means they're winning another one.
Yep, winning another one.
Huh?
Until they play UConn.
Great for my Bruins if Kansas is out.
Yeah. But yeah, so I got Arkansas in that one. But we got to talk about the next game.
Hey.
You got the 5-seeded St. Mary's Gales going up against the 12-seeded VCU. What's their mascot? The Rams? Is it the Rams?
Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start with you, Tommy. Where are we going with this one?
Oh, man. So this is going to be a stressful game. And if you didn't know, I went to St. Mary's, everyone who's listening. So I'm going to be a nervous wreck. This will be the best chance, quote unquote, for a 5-12 seed upset special. VCU looked really good in their championship game. I'm a little nervous about that. St. Mary's is coming off 2 games that we just got blown out. So we are not playing that great. We've lost almost a couple close ones. Very nervous. Line is 3.5 right now for that 5-12 matchup. I got to take St. Mary's, but I am scared out of my mind.
You know, the 12, this is a popular 12 seed upset. I see why. You know, it makes sense. And I'm sorry, Toms, but just kidding. I cannot go against my boy, Aiden Mahaney. I'm taking the Gales here. Aiden Mahaney's going to ball out. He's dropping 25 on VCU.
Hey,
I'm all Gales all the way until next round when they lose to UConn.
yeah, no, I think St. Mary's pace of play here comes in clutch for them. They're really going to slow down. They're cool with operating with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. I think VCU is going to get up, try to get into them early. But I think that's kind of been the formula that St. Mary's has had to face all year, where all those teams are trying to get up and get into them and force them to kind of do something else and rush. And I don't think that that's something that they're going to do. I look for St. Mary's to get the dub here and move forward and stay away from that upset special.
Okay. Appreciate it. All right, next one. We got the Gales again, the 13-seeded Iona Gales going up against 4-seed UConn. You guys already know I got UConn in this one. I think they're just too complete of a team. I think that they do struggle and that they don't really have that guy that you know is going to take the shot at the end of the game. I think Jordan Hodgson's trying to be that guy. But I just think they're too well-rounded of a team to not make it far. But yeah, and I mean, heroes are made in March, so you never know. But what do you guys think about this game, Brendo?
Yeah, I would love to see a Gales game in the next round. But no, I'm a little too high on UConn. I think Sanogo, I believe that's their big's name. Dude's gonna be grabbing boards like a monster in this one. I think I gotta rock with the Huskies. Also, big fan of Hurley as their coach too. So
yeah.
Yeah, Hurley's a beast. I love him. Gotta go on here, but it would have been a nice storyline to have Gales versus Gales going to the Sweet 16. One of them, but UConn too good.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got 6-seeded TCU going up against either ASU or Nevada at the 11 line. Who you guys got here, Tommy?
I think ASU gets the win to get the play-in. I really like them. They actually played pretty well in the Pac-12. Brandon already talked about them, but I was actually impressed with them. They actually had some good wins this year, but I think TCU handles business and moves on. Give me the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, no, I think ASU wins that first 4 game, but I just feel like TCU is a better version of ASU, and so they're just going to meet just kind of their overall better match. I know ASU likes the pressure, but so does TCU. They're long. Again, great defense. They turn up, and if they can hit some timely shots here, I see the Horned Frogs moving forward and giving that next game a good run for their money.
Yeah, I got TCU winning as well. Most experience coming back from last year, I think that's what it was, that they had the most minutes returned. They got screwed in that game against Arizona last year. I think they go on a little bit of a revenge tour.
Yeah.
But I got TCU. Next one, we got 3-seeded Gonzaga going up against 14-seed Grand Canyon. The Lopes, baby.
Lopes up.
Lopes up, baby. Tommy, how you feeling about this one? You got the Lopes, right?
No, Lopes, give them props. They won their conference championship. I mean, it was popping. They look good, but Gonzaga is just too good, man. Give me Gonzaga all day.
All right. What about you, Brendo?
Yeah, man. This is going to be an interesting one for me. Gonzaga's been playing well, the good run in their tournament championships. But I got to give shout out to my cousin Jack. He also attends Grand Canyon University. Big fan of the Lopes. I actually played against Grand Canyon before they were a D1 school, and then got to play them actually an exhibition match when they transferred over. So been able to play. Awesome fan base over at GCU. Kind of find them similar to St. Mary's. They were the 5 seed going into their conference tournament, so they had to win 4 games in 5 days. So they're coming off hot. They really take their time. I think they're one of the most high usage ball screen teams, and not just using ball screens, but like scoring off of them. They get like 40-something% of their buckets that way.
Yeah.
And I just think that it'll be an interesting one. I'm going to be cheering hard for the Lopes, but I think the Zags are going to move forward.
Yeah, I got the Zags as well. You kind of prefaced it in the next round, Brendo, but I actually have TCU beating Gonzaga in the next round. Yeah. But next matchup, this is a popular 7-10 matchup. We got 7-seeded Northwestern going up against 10-seed Boise State. Boys, how are we feeling about this one? Brendo, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I think I'm rolling Northwestern. I think this is their like second tournament appearance. I think they've been peaking. Boise out of the Mountain West gets after it, but I feel like typically speaking, the Mountain West teams kind of underwhelm when they get to tournament play. And so I think I'm rolling Northwestern, although Boise State does play unreal team defense. They got some bodies, some thick dudes, but I think Northwestern pulls this one off. Yeah.
What about you, Toms?
Dude, this is going back and forth. Line was 1.5. I was looking at it. This is going to be a great 7-10 seed. I think experience wins here. And I think I'm taking Northwestern.
Hey. I'm in the same boat. I got Northwestern here. Boy Boo, dude. He's a baller. Watched one of his games. He dropped like 30 something. I can't remember who it was against. I want to say it was against Illinois and they had lost or something, but really impressed with the guard play. I got Northwestern in this one. I think it'll be a close game, but yeah. Let's move on to the last matchup though. We got Brendo's UCLA Bruins, number 2 seed, going up against number 15 seed UNC Asheville. Brendo, who you got?
Going Bruins all day. I think the key for the Bruins run here, it's so unfortunate that Jalen Clark, in my opinion, best defensive player in the nation, isn't a part of this run. But I think with him out, does lean for us to see a little bit more of Amari Bailey. I think Amari Bailey here is going to be kind of like that X factor for the Bruins. If he's been playing with some confidence, right? He had 19 in that game against Arizona in the conference championship tournament. But man, I just think the Bruins are just tough. Right? It's the Mick really has turned the program around. Been the first time in years over this since they had their first 4 to Final Four extravaganza a few years back. They're just so tough, and they grind it out. Doesn't matter. I think they take the highest percentage shots inside of 17 feet. So lots of like little mid-range jumpers. Haka is probably one of the main reasons for that. But man, I think Amari Bailey is going to be X Factor. Tiger Campbell's a beast. Doesn't get ever sped up. I talked about Hawkes. And then I think Dylan Andrews is going to have a chance to kind of step up here too. Someone who's been getting more minutes because of Jalen Clark's absence. Very athletic guard that actually hit some threes. He was like 2 for 4 in that game against Arizona. And so I see the Bruins making a deep run here. I think Adam Bona is going to be all right. Talked about he was out in that game against Arizona as well, and they massively missed him because when you're playing Arizona, you got to battle the bigs. Yeah. And so he was out with just like they call it just a shoulder soreness. And Mick's been talking about he's looking better every day. So they do play Thursday, I believe. But I think that's going to be all right. I think he'll be back. UNC Asheville, though, not a slouch of a program. I think they're gonna give him. It's gonna be close early, but I think the Bruins will pull away to a double-digit victory in this one.
Yeah. Toms?
Going UCLA as well. It's an easy one for me, but 18-point favorites. They're going to take a cake. I wanted to disagree with you guys. I think it's going to be Gonzaga UCLA fighting in the Sweet 16, going to the
Yeah,
lead.
great story too.
And that's going to be a storyline right there. Gonzaga UCLA.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love UCLA. It's unfortunate what happened with Jalen Clark. I would have had them going to the finals at least. If they would have had Jalen Clark, I think they would have been a 1 seed too. As much as the committee says that they don't look at that or whatever, I mean that you have to take that into
and
account.
they beat Arizona too if they had Jalen Clark.
Yeah, and they would have beat Arizona as well. But like you said though, Amari Bailey, man, has really done, like the last few games. I was really impressed with his shot creation ability and stuff. Really liked him. And then I don't know if you remember, I was texting you and we were talking about Singleton on UCLA. I was like, what the hell was he eating in the offseason? Dude looks jacked.
Been there for like 12 years too.
Doing 8-minute abs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, no, I still like UCLA. I have UConn beating them eventually. But I mean, I could still see them getting farther.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it, man. We went through all the matchups. Do we want to do you guys want to do Elite 8 or do you want to do Final 4?
Up to you, man.
Monday, actually, once we get
What?
around 16. Well,
What was that?
I think we should do a show next Monday.
Oh, I mean, if you want to. I was kind of just thinking
The first weekend.
I mean, we could still do our Elite 8 now. Just because I mean, this
What do
could
you
always
see
change.
early?
Yeah. Who wants to go first? You want me to go first?
Go for it.
Okay, I'll go first. This is subject to change. I'm already thinking of changing a couple teams, to be honest with you. But this is the section I'm pretty sure of I want to stick with.
Okay.
I got I got Alabama and Creighton.
Okay.
So matching up to get to the Elite or to the Final Four, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Duke and Marquette.
Okay.
In the Elite 8. I got UConn, UCLA. And then I have Miami and Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I only have one seed in the Elite 8.
Hey. Get crazy. It's madness.
Yeah. The only 1 seed I'm thinking of changing out is maybe putting Kansas and taking out UConn, but then that would just mess everything up. So, yeah. And maybe Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only those are the ones I've been looking at.
Absolutely.
But I feel like I gotta leave Miami in at the Elite 8. But yeah, what about you guys?
All right, I go. I do have Bama coming out, although I do think if West Virginia wins, that'll be an interesting game. But I do got Bama. And then I'm rolling Arizona really high on the Wildcats. I feel like they're going to make a nice little run here. I got Purdue. I think Purdue does take down Duke and roll out. I feel like the conversations around them is that they're going to be one of the teams that loses earlier on. And so I think that'll be a little fuel to the fire. You know how much I love Painter. He's the best at just quick hitting plays. So I got Purdue going, and then I think I'm rolling Marquette. Do enjoy watching them play. Out of the Midwest, I think I'm gonna rock Houston. I've never been high on them, but I feel like this year is gonna be their year to kind of go off. And then have Houston playing Xavier. I think after Texas loses to Colgate, right, that opens up the path for Xavier to roll through. And then
I'll be honest, I almost have Texas A&M too.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
That I like that little bottom half of the Midwest is kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if Penn State wins that game, they can maybe go on a run. Texas could be there. Iowa State could like that. That's interesting. And then in the West, I got Kansas UCLA coming out there to battle for a spot in the Final Four.
Okay. Tom's, where you at? Who you got?
To be honest, I haven't done my bracket yet. I was only looking at the first round, so I am
Chump.
not participating.
I just looked at mine blank, dude. That's what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah, see? He just picked his out.
Just give us gut feeling, Tom. What are you feeling? Look at those teams, brother.
You just
Got
got to
to,
pick two teams from each section.
Yeah, right. Well, we got Alabama, Arizona. I really like Arizona a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Duke surprises a lot of people and actually comes out of the East.
All right.
And then I like Marquette.
Okay.
And then let's move up to the top. Dude, I don't know about Houston, man. They're shaky. I thought I could easily
Say it,
see
Tom's.
that.
Say it, Tom's.
No, I ain't gonna pick that.
Yeah, be
I
bold.
won't
Be
pick that
bold.
bracket. But I do like
Going
Xavier
Drake coming out of the top of the Midwest.
Fuck you.
I do like Xavier on the bottom half of that. And then let's move to the West. Hate to say it, but probably got Kansas coming out. Kansas is
Okay.
always there. And then, man, who's gonna win that Gonzaga UCLA game? That game's gonna be so good.
Well, Gonzaga's losing to TCU, so they're not
Nah,
going to beat UCLA. That's impossible.
Healthy Bona, I feel like.
I want to say UCLA. I don't like Gonzaga at all, man. But yeah, there it is off the top of my head.
Dang.
UCLA's got a big bona. Gonzaga
Yeah,
can't
they do.
handle it.
That was fun. Hell yeah. I definitely
Yeah,
want to
man.
talk the second round or the round into the Sweet 16 next after the weekend goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be down for it. We just got to figure out a time and get in on it. But yeah. Okay. One last thing before we go. The game you're most looking forward to, besides our like respective teams, obviously, to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Are
do you
you
guys-
ready?
You want to
I
go
think
first?
I think we already know Tom's.
Nah. I'm pulling an audible here.
Not the
We're
game
going.
of the century?
We're going upset of the century, West Virginia and Maryland. 9:15 Thursday. So get up and get ready.
Love it. You heard it here first, baby. Upset special.
Okay. Whatever you say, man.
Oh, man. I have two. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Duke Oral Roberts, I think, is one that I'm very fascinated to see.
I think
And
that
that's
one's
Ed
gonna be good,
Smith.
too.
He's turning up. I think that's going to be a great game. And then I think my other one, if I'm not going to say any of our respective teams, because St. Mary's VCU would be great. I think my other one's going to be Virginia Furman, just for the upset.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's-
I want to see Furman flying. I want to see them dicing them up, hitting them with the back doors and splashing some tray balls. So I think I'm pumped to watch some Dins basketball.
Yeah. No, that was definitely one of mine, the Paladins. If I picked another one, I'm gonna go. I'll go with Northwestern Boise State, man. I want to see my
Yeah.
boy, dude,
That's
ball
gonna
it
be a
up.
Great game.
I think that's gonna be a good one too.
Oh, you know what
Um,
we're missing? 9:15 on Friday. USC, Michigan State, two powerhouse names. That's gonna be a good game. Really
That should
excited to
be
see
a
how
good one.
Peterson plays for USC, especially since they lost on a heartbreak last year. I have a feeling he's gonna come
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
out.
That was a good game.
I'm looking forward to some. We got any pool jumps happening this year?
Oh,
St. Mary's makes
dude,
it Sweet 16. I'm in the pool.
I'm in the pool. If Miami,
I might be in
Miami
the
beats,
pool.
Yeah, Tom's. They win that first
First
game, dude. You gotta get it.
Yeah.
VCU first round. I'm in the
you're not
pool.
gonna have another opportunity, dude. If Miami gets to the
pool.
Sweet 16, I'm pool jumping for sure.
Absolutely.
For
Gotta
sure.
recreate that. Even the fans watching, I think they might need to see that video. Gotta post that.
went viral. They're not
Yeah.
even gonna recognize me now, though. It's
I
gonna
know.
be fucking different. But yeah, a couple of the players' parents retweeted it and liked it.
It's
Oh,
great.
Isaiah Wong's mom retweeted it.
Gotta love it.
All ACC player, yeah, or conference player of the year. But
Yeah, Isaiah Wong's a
yeah.
beast.
yeah, man.
One of the
So
last things I'll say is SEMO plays tomorrow and Pitt plays tomorrow.
Yeah, should be some good
340
games.
and 610.
Timo's point guard pulls from like volleyball line, just
Oh.
yaks it. So it
damn,
should
I got
be
Brendo
fun
Jr.
to watch. Hey,
So tournament technically starts tomorrow, playing games.
Mm,
yeah,
So get
I
ready.
don't call it. But it
Yeah.
should be good.
yeah. Hey, well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Obviously, I'll see you guys in a few days, and we'll be watching games all day. It'll be a good time. Hopefully, our teams do well. But I appreciate you guys coming on, giving insight, and hopefully, we can do this soon again after the next round.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, appreciate
Hey.
you guys having me.
With that being said, we always close our show, Brendan, the Brick City Boys, with Tommy giving some words of wisdom. So
Absolutely.
this isn't the Brick City Boys. This is about the buckets. But Tommy, we need some closing words of wisdom.
All right, closing words of wisdom. When picking your brackets, go with the heart.
Miami national champions.
There it is. Actually, just go pick the best name of every mascot and then just root for them. Can't
Hey,
bet.
no, my 4-year-old daughter Riley's about to get after it with some picks.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go. That's how you do it. Well, boys, have a good night. Thanks again.
See you
Peace.
later.